When it comes to Magic Find, the advice we see tends to be the same. You need to add as much Magic Find as you can until you find the items you're after. But some characters simply don't have the wiggle room just yet for a ton of MF. If you're like us, you might begin to wonder if you should even bother. In the last video, we tried replacing one of our character's items with a pair of chance cards. Today, we're going to add 2 more pieces. Before we dive into the next 500 runs, we would like to take a moment to explain why we are doing this a little further. Let's use you, the viewer, in a hypothetical example. This is you. It's the first half of ladder, and you are working on getting your first character geared out. You decide to farm keys because it's hardcore, and stacking 800 Magic Find with minus 100 to all resistances doesn't seem like the greatest idea on the planet. You've made some progress so far, but there's clearly still some room to grow. You want to get to a spot where you can clear players 1 as efficiently as possible. The best answer is just to farm for more keys of destruction. Over time, you gear up by selling those keys, and your character's strength improves by a noticeable margin. But you begin to notice that each upgrade in power is making less of a difference. Despite your new gear and strength, the monsters are still getting one-shot like before. That's because it's players 1, and you probably don't need a level 50 trap to clear it efficiently. You can't run players 3, 5, or 7 every minute of every day, which, as we know, increases the chances of items to drop. So, to make your P1 runs as valuable as possible, you decide to start playing with the balance of your gear and ask yourself a question. How much Magic Find can I add until I notice a negative change to my farm times? In round 1, we're going to be using 0 Magic Find to use as a base to compare to the next round. I already found some alders. That's something I would count. Nages I'm not going to count. Not this time. Run 12, we got a Key of Destruction. We also got a Colossus Vulture. Run 36, Immortal King's Maul. Run 40, another Key of Destruction. Run 42, I see a Sacred Targe, which actually turns out to be pretty decent, 39 all-res. On run 50, I see another Mage Plate with no sockets and 10 ED. On run 55, another Superior Dusk Shroud. This one I had to double take because it was so good. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Run 73, another key. Run 84, a Rune Scepter. Just kind of interesting to find, not particularly awesome. Run 100, got another Key of Destruction. Run 115, another Key of Destruction. Run 118, we got some Trangle's Chaos Armor and an Umrim. Run 121, 2 Ort Runes and a Key of Destruction. I'm not going to count the Ort Runes for this. 123, Immortal King's Boots. 126, another Key of Destruction. Run 138, D key. Run 140, another Key of Destruction. Run 158, we got a unique ring, first of the batch. But it's always bad luck for me on rings and amulets. Run 161, Key of Destruction. Run 166, D key. Run 178, another Key of Destruction. Run 183, a Kuras. Didn't really hang on to it. Run 188, it began to be terrorized. I decided to keep terror zones in this experiment because, I mean, if you're going to be doing 500 or more runs, chances are you're going to run into one terror zone at least, so this is the new normal for us. Run 220, Cryptic Sword. Run 221, the terror zone ended. Run 226, an Ethereal Boneweave. Good defense. I also picked up a Destruction Key on the same run. Run 234, Kay Hagen's Mage Plate. Run 236, got a pretty good Runa goal. Run 245, looks like another ring, I guess. Let's see if we get lucky. Dwarfstar. And this is the final run. Didn't get anything, but that's just to conclude. So 250 runs with 0 magic find. We got 16 keys, 6 bases, 2 runes, and 9 sets, uniques, or rares. With no magic find, the results here are sort of to be expected. We got a higher count of bases and a lower count of uniques, sets, or rares. The keys are not affected by magic find, and neither are runes. Those are just nice to keep track of. What we might find on the next round is that our rare count will go up and our base count will go down. This is because it doesn't increase the chance of an item to drop, it only increases the chance of that item that drops to be magic, rare, unique, or set. This graph from Pure Diablo shows how diminishing returns affect magic find. The x-axis is how much magic find is on your character, and the y-axis is how much that magic find actually changes the game. As you can see, the lines begin to separate at about 50 magic find. 40 magic find was the level for our last video, and now for the next round we're going to be using 110 magic find with a pair of chance guards, Geed's Grand Charm, and a Nagel Ring. The higher we climb up this graph, the less effective magic find becomes. My personal rule of thumb is to only climb higher up this graph if your clear speeds aren't affected in a negative way. And it looks like the creator of this graph agrees with me. Before we start round 2, let's hop into our magic find gear. A pair of chance guards, a Nagel Ring, which is replacing a defensive ring, and Geed's Grand Fortune Charm, which is perfect magic find, and that's really all we care about for the purpose of this video. The charm is the one thing that is going to very slightly change my clear speed, but I don't think it's going to make a serious impact because I'm already above that threshold that we talked about earlier. Here's an overview of our stats for round 2. The only thing that I'm really lacking is a smidge of lightning resistance. Here's a quick peek of my gear if you care at all. But this is what was used for the majority of these runs, including the gear that you just saw me swap out of. On run 8, we got our first unique, a Destroyer Helm. On run 12, we got a Key of Destruction, followed by a set Cryptic Sword on run 28 that belongs to Sazabi's set. On run 31, we got a Lidless Wall Grimshield. Run 32, we got a second Key of Destruction, followed by another, Key of Destruction. On run 37, we got what we could call our first gold cap. I'm not going to, because I'm not sure if I cleared out from the runs before. Got a yellow coronet, 2 Sorg skills, I'll count that one. You'll see in the future I'm not going to count every circlet I get. Got a nice Istrin there. On run 60, we got a Key of Destruction and an amulet. Nice. But unfortunately, the amulet was just a false surprise. Run 61, another Bloodletter. Followed by a Rune Sword and a War Sword. Jeez, 3 swords in one run. On run 63, we got probably the best base in all 1000 runs. If you want to let me know which one you think was better than this one, let me know. It's supposed to say run 68 here, but we got a Rite of Passage Demon Hide boots, and we got another yellow circlet. But this one I'm not going to count. It doesn't have any skills, but other than that, it was pretty good. Another Key of Destruction. Run 71. A Set Spired Helm. A Pole Rune on 72. 76, another D-Key. 79, another Ancient Sword. Another Gold Cap on run 80. One more key on run 91. A Gold Wrap Heavy Belt on run 95. On run 110, we got another yellow circlet. Let's see if we are gonna keep the count on this one. All depends on the ID. Nah, not good. But not too much later, we got a Geed's Grand Charm. This isn't terrorized, so it has to be a Geed's. Not a great roll, but it's alright. No, no, it's bad. Got a key on 130, followed by Immortal Kings on 131. A Ghost Glaive on 139, which I'm actually really happy about. Gonna be playing through with a Throw Barbarian very soon. Excited about that. Gold Cap. Run 141. A pretty nice Amazon bow or follower bow, honestly, for leveling up. 40 all-res, 2 sockets, amp damage. That thing's a sleeper. Run 158, we got Immortal King's armor. Have we gotten the entire set in this run? Or not yet? It's hard to keep track. We got a Key of Destruction, followed by another. Two Keys of Destruction. Got another yellow tiara this time. Let's see what we got. Will we keep the count on this one? Oh my word. I'm gonna keep the count on on that one. I don't know if you would. I will. Pretty nice energy shield base for memory. Key of Destruction, 183 and 184. Another gold cap on 187. On run 191, another Pole Rune. On run 192, another unique amulet. There is only one way to find out. Dang it. Run 193. One more Key of Destruction. Run 194. Yet another Key of Destruction. Run 220. is where we got another terror zone, and I believe this is going to carry throughout the rest of the video. Yellow circlet, 223. Not very good. Close, but not good. Run 224, Key of Destruction. Run 226, another gold cap. Run 231, Key of Destruction. You might notice I'm getting slightly more excited. I'm trying to play it cool. Here's a yellow coronet. Awesome. I'm going to count this one because it is good for a Bladeson specifically. Run 241. We got some not so great boots, but a pretty decent Javazon amulet. Got a good Archon base on 244. If you're wondering about that Alpha Helm, there it is. Not good. Run 245 might be one of the greatest runs I've ever had. It's not because it's 1 key, 2 keys, 3 keys, 50 keys. It's that thing in the top left. If you noticed it right away, you might have had a heart attack like I did, as you can see me frantically pressing buttons trying to clip what just happened. I almost left the game 2 or 3 times, but luckily I didn't freak out enough to not pick up the Burt rune. Run 248, we got a double key drop, and then 249, our last key. Thankfully, nothing happened on 250, I would have had a heart attack probably. And here are our results. Like we predicted, in the second run, the bases got cut in half, and the uniques, sets, and rares doubled, more than doubled. In the last video, we had a similar amount of unique sets or rares, but they were all kind of close to being good, whereas in this run we actually got Immortal King's chest piece, a 220 Paladin Circlet, Geed's Grand Charm, also got whether we could call 4 or 5 gold caps. We can also see the key count kinda swapped from our last video. So if you just watched last video, it might have seemed like the key count was affected by Magic Find in a negative way, and now it kinda looks like it's been affected in a positive way, but that's really just an example of how much these runs can vary. Well, that's it from me today. Thanks for watching. We're new to making videos, but if there's anything you think we could improve on, please let us know down below. Goodbye, and try not to die.